Well, I have my microphone, special microphone, it has two lights on instead of three, and that may be a problem, but I think you can hear me on the mic on the iPad. So we're working on things continually. So Paul Nye is amazing because he's so patient and capable. Paul Nye. I was thinking this morning of Sky Zucker and her family and having another granddaughter, a third. Jamie's having and Than are having a third child and another girl, and how precious that is. Sky and Joe, just precious people, amazing people. And then this morning I was reading Psalm 55 and appreciating this thought of when we get in trouble, we would like to fly away. If I could take the wings of the morning and fly away, and the whole idea of escape, and what the tendency that we have. We had a great men's meeting Monday night, 160 men in the chapel. So well done, Pastor Ronaldo, Pastor Jason, Pastor Wright. What a humble, precious man he is. Pastor Schaller, myself. A beautiful time. Then the deck is being built at the church for our outdoor cafe, which would be awesome. Tonight, Pastor David Moore, is our guest, and we'll have a beautiful service tonight. These are the days of love. These are the days of truth. The days of a Word of God revival. To see people, we had 8 new families Sunday morning because people are looking. They are hungry. They are interested. They are feeding, growing, learning, searching. I talked to a man last night when we were doing door-to-door knocking in Baltimore, and this man had just been listening on TV to, at the same time we were talking with him in the porch, his TV was on Joel Osteen, and he said, I do want a deeper life. He couldn't say it exactly, but he said, we said it for him, and he said, that's what I want. And we said that the exterior details of life, the things of life, have to be met with an internal resource. The internal life, the spiritual life is needed. And he agreed. We had a good talk. It was nice. And then I met a man a few doors down who remembered Pastor Stevens 20 years ago. And he said, no man, I never heard any man know the Bible like him. Nobody, he would give chapter and verse, and he said he called him the Father. He said, is the Father here or is he passed? And we talked with him, but the thought was the memory that he had, and he remembered details. He was in the church for 5 months, and he left because he got married, and changes happened. But I was impressed with what he remembered and what meant a lot to him. That was awesome. So for our devotional this morning, we could read Psalm 55, just one verse. And one paragraph. My heart is severely pained within me, and the terrors of death have fallen upon me. Fearfulness and trembling have come upon me, and horror has overwhelmed me. So we have death, fear, horror, terror. And he said, "Oh, that I had wings like a dove, then I would fly away and be at rest. Indeed, I would wander far off and remain in the wilderness." There are people that wander because of the fear. They wander far off. They want to fly away like a bird and then wander off. Sometimes we meet the wanderers and we say, "Come back. Come back, face your demons, face your lies, face your fears, face death itself. Face it, in God, grow in God, grow in God." I think no matter how much we grow in God, the terror and the fear and the horror is still there potentially. Nobody likes to die. Nobody likes to face the fears of rejection, of the fears of isolation, alienation, the fear of guilt, or not the fear of guilt, but you get what I mean. Yeah, nobody likes that, but through Jesus Christ, this is the joy, and more than words. It's the Spirit is your comforter, Spirit is your teacher. And through God, we can face life and not wander. They that wander out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead. The people that wander off, they live in a kind of fear and death. The people that draw near to God, that come near in the Spirit, near to God in faith, are honest before God, humble before God. These people are blessed indeed. Humble before God, admitting, confessing, this is our joy, and the secret for life is this straight, direct ability to be totally transparent before God and relate to objective truth. If I can hear what the Bible is saying, embrace what God is saying to me, if I can mix faith with what God is saying, then He will comfort me, He will give me understanding, He will encourage me, He will help us, He will strengthen us. Job said it, 23, that if I met God and I argued with Him, He would put strength in me. I believe it's Job 23. God would put strength in me. Good word. God bless you. Have an awesome day.